Escalation of the Vietnam Conflict: How Decisions by Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, and Johnson Led to Vietnam. After World War II, the U.S. became concerned with preventing the spread of communism. This idea, known as containment, would get the U.S. involved in multiple conflicts starting in the 1950s and ending in the 1970s. The longest of these conflicts would be in Vietnam. Vietnam is the second longest conflict in U.S. history, lasting from roughly 1955 to 1975. The start date is difficult to determine because war was never officially declared. This bloody war saw the deaths of over 58,000 American soldiers and over 3 million Vietnamese soldiers and civilians. In 1954, Vietnam had gained its independence from France, and it was split into North Vietnam and South Vietnam at the 17th parallel. North Vietnam became communist and was supported by the Soviet Union, and South Vietnam, which was not communist, was supported by the U.S. Ho Chi Minh, leader of North Vietnam, wanted to reunite Vietnam under a communist government. This idea violated the Truman Doctrine and proved Eisenhower's domino theory to be accurate. The domino theory became a motivating factor in Vietnam. It stated that if a country became communist, its neighbors would likely fall to communism as well. In addition, the Viet Cong began attacking in South Vietnam with Ho Chi Minh's approval. Eisenhower sent U.S. military members to help train the South Vietnamese army. The U.S. increased aid and continued its advisory role under JFK. The situation became more dangerous when South Vietnamese President Diem banned all religions except Catholicism. The resulting protests over the ban shocked the world, and Diem was overthrown in a military coup in November 1960. This coup occurred a couple of weeks before John F. Kennedy was assassinated while in Dallas, Texas. Kennedy was succeeded by his vice president, Lyndon Johnson. In August 1964, it was reported that U.S. ships were attacked in the Gulf of Tonkin. Lyndon Johnson asked for and received permission from Congress to take matters into his own hands. The Gulf of Tonkin Resolution gave Johnson almost unlimited war powers, which he used to escalate involvement. The Gulf of Tonkin Resolution allowed the president to make decisions about the war without Congress's approval. Johnson took advantage of this by increasing the troop presence from around 20,000 in 1964 to over 500,000 in 1968.